Holistic Spotlight. I'm your host, Josie Way. Co-hosting with me tonight is Bill Hannon and Kathy Costa. Welcome. Our guest is Cindy Medeiros. She has blazed a small trail in 4 short years, going all the way from being in the corporate world to being solely doing spiritual work and healing work.
Yep.
Tell us how this started, and then all the healings, the healing type work you do.
I mean, it really started, I still am. I'm a mom. I worked full time, sometimes 60, 70 hours a week. And it just felt like I was stuck. It just felt like, I was just in this kind of like autopilot type of, what am I doing? There's got to be more to life than this type of energy, really. I was depressed all the time, but nobody would know that, I was depressed.
Yeah.
But like on my days off, I wouldn't be able to move. I wouldn't be able to do anything. And then, one day I'm driving past a shop in the town that I live in, and I was like, I want to check that place out. So I walked in. The owner just happened to be there, which she's always doing readings or something else. So it was very, uncommon that she's out there. And she just took one look at me, and she's like, You are highly intuitive and empathic, and something's going on with you right now. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy, and it blossomed from there. I had a reading with her, and it was at that time that she told me that I was opening up spiritually, and at that time I did not know what that meant whatsoever. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And I went home, and I just did not know what to do with that information. So, as time passed, I just went on with my life, and just in that same type of, there's got to be more to this. And then one day I just really felt like I needed to get a reading. Like I need to have my cards read. And she was closed that day. So I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? So I ended up taking a shower, getting ready for my day. And I was wearing a bracelet similar to that. So I went to put it on. It shattered all over the place. I'm like, okay, no, this is a sign. I need to go get a reading. So I happened to find someone else, and then after that, it just snowballed. The owner of the other place that I went to, I actually took a mediumship class with her, and I did some other things with her. And through her, I started meeting other people, which allowed me to learn about, this and energy work and everything. So that's really how it started for me. It was nothing, it's not,
There was some life coaching and stuff too.
Yep. So I worked, Ashley is a mentor of mine from Ascension NXT. So she helped me through the process too, to really
Well, you committed firmly.
Yeah.
After a short...
The Center for what?
Ascension NXT.
Oh,
Yep.
Ascension NXT.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they do a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
I noticed our schedule was short on ETs and anything to do with Wicca. Yeah, because she has different types of Wicca she deals with, and I found some of it fascinating
Yeah.
and helpful.
So do you any of that work as well too?
I do the energy work.
Okay.
Not as far as Wicca, but again, I'm still. This is
Yeah, so
all
there might
new
be
for
something.
me.
Yeah, there might
yeah.
be something to that
Yep,
though too.
Yep. So there's so many different avenues that I want to take, but right now I'm really feeling like it's the energy work, the healings, the readings, and really working with those people who are just starting to awaken, because as I went through my awakening, like I felt like I was alone. There was nobody else to turn to
Right.
because, you know.
Yeah, you do feel very alone during that
Yeah.
process. You really do.
Yeah.
But you're not, though.
Yeah, no.
But you do feel that way.
Yep, and
Yeah.
until you start meeting people, you know, you don't
But
really
if you
know
knew
that.
where to go,
Yep.
you could move through it faster,
Yeah.
Yeah.
much faster.
Yep. And it also allows you to kind of have somebody who knows, who's been through it before. So when
Yeah.
you're feeling like, oh, why am I feeling like this? No, that's perfectly normal. Like, it's okay.
I always tell people, though, as long as you're feeling like you're going crazy, you really are okay.
Yeah.
It's when you think you're okay, though, you really are crazy.
Yep. Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
people don't really get it until they start doing the stuff a little bit. It's like, oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah. So I tell people, because I teach what I do as well, though, too. And I hold the development circles once a month as well, too. And I always tell people, like, some of them start to like learn that because they've been in the circle long enough.
Yeah.
As long as you feel like you're going crazy, you really are okay.
Yeah.
You really are.
Yep.
You know, it's just like one of those things. I was
Yeah.
like, you really are fine.
Well, it's breaking up old habits and beliefs. And that can be, it depends on how old you are when you come to this thing, how much you've developed. But sometimes it's centuries worth of
Yeah, when you're crossing
changing.
lifetimes, yeah. Yeah.
you know, with the family beliefs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is like a whole new world has opened up to you, and it's amazing. It really is
Yeah.
awesome.
So do you feel more normal that you're doing this work now?
Yes.
Yeah. Crazy,
I
isn't it?
really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It's kind of where I'm at, though, too, so I get it. Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, no, but I feel like, you know, this is, because, you know, as a restaurant manager, you know, I always used to have people come to me with their problems and everything. Like, people were just drawn to me. It would be kind of more of a, like, okay, what now? I got to talk this person through this. But now it's more like, you know, people come to
Now
me.
you
just,
understand why people doing it, yeah.
Yep. And I feel like I have more of an impact because, you know, just at the Ashley's last fair, you know, I did a reading and I changed that person's life. So it's like, wow, like I get to do that for somebody else when, you know, somebody else got to do that for me. And it's really humbling.
So what kind of reading would you,
I do tarot and oracle readings.
oracle, okay, yep.
Yeah, I combine both of them during my readings. So.
Oh,
It's
that's
a good
interesting, yeah.
combination.
Yeah. I like how it kind of validates everything. Like you have, I
Oh.
do the tarot, and then I'll end with the oracle reading, and
Right.
it's sometimes a little bit crazy how it matches
Yeah.
up.
Well, it is, I know, but that synchronicity more or less seals that this is valid
Yeah.
information.
Have you ever come across any other empaths yet?
I mean, here and there, nothing
Wait.
too crazy.
Wait.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, though, an empath is basically we literally feel other people's feelings.
Yeah.
We actually like we think it's ours. So it's like what I like to compare that to like a double whammy of a healer.
Yeah.
So all empaths are healers, but not all healers are empaths.
Yeah.
So it took me a little while to figure that out, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, at first it was a little slow to kind of map that way through, which I
Yeah.
think you can relate to that because
Yeah.
we always go through that struggle. And one good thing about being an empath is that we can always tell who's lying
Oh yeah.
and who's just as clear as day. It's like, okay, you need to get away from this person. Looks, and we always know the bigger picture of what that person is doing, and we always know the ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Unless you talk to another empath, though, people are not going to get it.
No.
Because we see it as clear as day.
Yep.
And other people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Even other healers, like, I don't see them. Like,
Yep,
what do
no.
you not see? It's
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, it's plain as day.
Yeah, you
So,
know as soon as you see
yeah.
that person,
Yeah.
and they can be so fake, like they can play
You
it
see
off
right
so
through that,
well,
though,
and
yeah.
you're like, nope, I know something's not okay.
Yeah.
The only problem is if someone has a mental illness.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
their energy is different,
imagining
though.
things.
Yeah.
We have one person between us that
Yeah, she's struggling.
relates to
Yeah.
us, and there's something not quite right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different energy, though, to
Yeah.
that, though. You know, so it's just, they need a lot more healing, though,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
They don't know what's right or wrong for themselves.
No, they can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tougher for them, though, because it's a lot of confusion with that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mental health stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can definitely tell when, you know, my energy is starting to be be drained, especially when
Yeah.
I was first starting, like before I knew what all this was. You know, I was working with somebody who was draining, like I physically
Yeah.
Oh, the
felt
psychic
ill.
vampires,
There-
yeah.
pe-
Yep,
People
and-
are drawn to you that will
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yep, and it wasn't until I started, you know, learning more.
Well, it's good that you've
that-
learned.
Oh yeah, yep. I learned about protection, grounding, everything like that. That, you know, I didn't know before, and it was really it wasn't good. Yeah.
It's very overwhelming if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it does take a while to learn.
Yeah.
You know, the
I never
proper
learned
tools.
protection, and I still have a problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one
I
though.
learned the hard way, and I don't do anything.
You don't recommend that?
I do not
Not the
open
path-
or close without protection. I
Yeah.
open and close always with protection.
Yeah. It's sometimes it's a challenge. And sometimes we do need our downtime.
Yep.
You know, so it's just finding that balance that works for us, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Now, what kind of healings do you do?
So I mean, I'm attuned to Usui Reiki, Quantum Reiki, Violet Flame, and then Galactic Emergence.
Now, the violet flame, there's also a pink flame?
Lavender,
Yeah.
Lavender Flame. I feel more connected with the Violet Flame more recently than with the Lavender Flame. Lavender is more of Kuan Yin type of energy. It's more of a loving type of energy, whereas the Violet Flame, I'm not going to say it's a harsher energy, but it's more of a transmuting type of
Yeah.
energy.
It's a little
Right.
more intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's more, you know, working out negative or stagnant energy, and rather
Right.
than just, you know, disposing of it, we're turning it into light and love. You know, not only on the physical aspect of it as far as, you know, the benefits from it, but the emotional as well. Because a lot of times we have a lot of things that are down deep that we need
Oh,
to
yeah.
heal
Right.
that, you know, we don't even know are there. And it
Right.
kind of helps bring it to the surface so
Yeah.
we can work on them.
When I teach the Reiki classes, because I teach Usui and Karuna Reiki styles, I always tell the students, especially if they're level 1, if there's you get like that like gunky stuff that doesn't want to move, though, it's like just throw it up into the violet fire.
Yep.
Though it'll take care of the energy to transmute into good energy. So you gotta just don't even worry about the spirits that take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, and a lot. I always explain to the students, it's not Reiki, but it still exists.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that they know that, because not every Reiki teacher knows what the violet fire is or the violet flame. Do you find a difference between the violet fire or the violet flame? Because I know it gets interchanged a lot.
No, I kind of.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was a difference though, because I always thought it was the same though.
Yeah.
And
So.
and now you're talking about the flame and whatnot, and the transmuting energy of the flame. The angelic ring, from what I understand, also is that, you know, that not these glowing bodies that are hanging around us with the,
Yeah.
you got a picture with wings, and you got their hands over you, and I mean, they're really very strong energy patterns.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, if you get up to the levels like, I mean, archangels, you probably couldn't even see. The energy is so intense. You know, but the thing is that this is what they use to move through the universe and to help us, you know, and that transmuting energy, that it just cuts right through.
Yeah.
So I thoroughly enjoy hearing of people who are starting to work with the flame and realizing that it's not destruction, it's
No.
changing.
I use it regularly just for myself when I feel that something needs to be cleared, you know, and,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I do use it for others, but I can feel it when I use it for me. I can't feel it when I use it for someone else. So I know it's working when I use it for me.
Now, do you notice a difference though when you do the healing work, the energy healing work though, that the difference between like when it's working for yourself or for others?
Yeah, I can. So when I'm working with a client, like I feel them. Like I feel what they're actually feeling too. So like if
Yeah,
there's a
that's the
certain
empath, yeah.
So if there's a certain area that I intuitively go to, like I'm feeling that, and then I try to talk about it at the end of the session because I don't remember anything like where I go or anything.
I see, yep.
So, so yeah, but no, I definitely am more of a feeling the other person's energy, and it guides me to where to go.
Okay. So, in other words, the empath, you're sensing you're starting to resonate on the level they're resonating on,
Yep.
and you can pick up. So, do you ever access knowledge information such as from the Akashic records?
No, that's something I am interested in, though,
Oh, okay,
and I know I'll, I want to
Eventually,
go
it's going
down
to
that
happen,
road.
right?
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
but it does fascinate me.
Right,
so.
right.
There's a good chance you might still pick up on like a little bit of past lives here and there.
Yeah.
Because then we've been a fellow empath too, and I read cards as well, and being a medium, no, that's what I've done, just big bits and pieces.
Yeah.
It's not one of my strong suits though, so you might just pick up on little things here and there though, so that might go more though with the Akashic records though, if you actually take the classes though, for that,
Yep.
you know, to give the readings.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel, you know, as far as if a person has anxiety or any traumas or anything like that, like I pick up on those types of things and kind of help them work through it. So, yep.
Now, you've taken a class in galactic emergence. Could you describe to people what you learned about healing?
Yeah, so as far as galactic emergence, it's a higher vibration than a Reiki or a violet flame or anything like that, and it's basically it's to help deprogram. I know you were talking about like the programming before. It's kind of to help deprogram us and move out old patterns, old ways of thinking to help basically ascend. You know, to move forward.
Right, step up on your own vibration.
Yep, and to really find your true authentic self, because you know that's what healing is, and it's just it's kind of the next level. It's working with more galactic energies, so with the Arcturian energy and the Syrian energy.
So the galactics are the aliens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The ETs. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just building a stronger connection with that kind of energy.
With the universe. Yeah.
Have you used it on people?
I have. Yep. Yep. It is. It's more intense. It really is more intense. From the clients that I've had, it's more powerful, if I want to use that word, but it's more of a powerful type of energy, and they can really feel it moving through. As whereas the violet flame or Reiki, it's a little bit gentler. You can
More
feel the
subtle, yeah.
vibration of galactic emergence a little bit more than.
Yeah,
That.
but is it for anybody or is it
Oh
not?
yeah,
It's for anybody.
It's for anybody. Yep, absolutely.
Now, is there times that you someone will come to you though looking for like a Reiki session, but you have to switch over to the galactic energy for them?
I actually merge all the
Okay.
time. yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's weird. I'll start with one modality and then I'll just feel something else. So like no, I merge all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
whatever they need at the moment. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I
Exactly.
mean, if their energy isn't going to go high enough,
Yeah.
you have to start with something lower.
Yeah, where they're at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always work where they're at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned two different species of ETs. I mean, where would the Palladians fit into this?
Well, it's the Arcturians and the Syrians, just the first level.
I see.
So as the levels go up,
Yes.
that's when other
Energies
will go
come
in.
into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And that modality is still a work in progress too. So we're only at the first level right now.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
Yeah.
you work with archangels too. I think Raphael is one, Archangel Raphael.
Yep. I mean, I always work with Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Again, Michael. Michael's a big one.
Right.
Yeah.
And Metatron as well. You've been talking about Sandalphon. He's
Yeah.
actually been starting to come in too now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Right. So, if someone wants to get a reading with you or an energy healing session, how can they get a hold of you?
So, I mean, I'm at Ascension NXT in Warwick. They can go on their Facebook page or the website and ascensionnxt.com. But I also am on Facebook. My name's Cindy Medeiros, or Violet Flame Intentions, as well as on Instagram, Violet Flame Intentions. And then email as well, violetflameintentions@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so you really do connect with the Violet Flame a
I
lot.
do,
Yeah.
I do, and it came out of nowhere. I didn't even know where, like.
Well, you know it's not just out of nowhere.
I
but,
woke up
yeah.
one morning. It's like, Violet Flame. Okay, and then I did my research. It was more of an intuitive thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the energy of the Violet Flame, though.
Yeah.
It's strong and it works as I think quite well.
Now,
without
the
much effort
Violet
from us.
Flame was kind of brought forward, I mean, to the general public by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. Was
Yeah.
this the same?
Yes,
Right, and
with
so
Saint Germain.
Saint Germain,
Yeah.
correct.
Mhm.
Right, and that's going back 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, more than that.
More
even.
than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
yeah. I used to watch, it was interesting on the TV that our show was on. It used to be Eckankar and Elizabeth Clare Prophet. They follow one after the other, and it's just interesting just to, what are you talking about? And slowly your mind starts to resonate to what's actually they're talking about, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
I also too. Some people do, but I associate Violet Flame with Merlin as well.
Oh
Like
yes,
the Merlin
yes, right.
energy,
That's right.
yep.
The Merlin
Yep.
energy, right? That was right, and actually over in Europe, that's even bigger than over
Yeah.
here, simply because of the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how does Merlin play in with the Violet Flame? I'm not familiar with that.
I mean, so some people do think that Merlin was actually Saint Germain as
Oh,
well,
okay.
and
It's a
everything.
different
So
lifetime.
that's-
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So that's how he kind of plays in. And when I am doing a Violet Flame session, Merlin does come in a lot for
Okay.
me and assist me and help me, and also cloaking and protection.
Okay.
and
What's the
whatnot.
cloaking?
Cloaking is just kind of putting a shield around you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
those other types of energies can't see what your light, basically.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the more you brighten, so
That's
to say,
right. That's right.
the
You
more
draw
it
attention.
You attract.
Yep.
You
Yep.
draw attention.
You attract some negative beings.
Right.
Yep. And it's important to cloak and protect to make sure that not to say your energy is hidden, but hidden from.
Oh,
From the
no,
ones that
no,
are
no,
light,
but it's,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's diffused so that you don't
Yeah.
stand out. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so you don't get those pesky little negative ones all around.
no,
Yeah.
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 Those wonderful.
And that's
attachments.
interesting also. We were talking about ETs, I mean, the Dracos, and that level of ET energy and
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
suck the energy out of people. And
Yeah.
a lot of times they instigate dissension between people because they knew that these people may be explosive,
Right.
and they feed off the energy that these people
Yeah, some of the Greys do that too, right? Am I not
I
mistaken?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know, I forget which one it is, I think it's the Greys, but correct me if I'm wrong, where one of the species, though, they lost their genders, so they couldn't reproduce anymore.
I think that's the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Greys.
Yeah, so I know they were doing some funny stuff with this for a while, but the other aliens had to kind of step in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, hey, you can't do this anymore.
Right, Yeah.
This is not okay.
right,
So,
right. The sexual energy. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, there's checks and balances at all levels, though. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just like any kind of government or overseeing thing, it takes time.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you might be struggling with something that but there always is a correction.
Yeah.
But it
And,
does take time.
and the big thing is to ask.
Yeah.
If you know something's not going right, and
Well, the angels won't help you unless you ask.
unless you ask, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not being mean.
No.
You just have to
You
ask.
have
Because
to ask.
it's because of our free will. That's what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just the contract that we made there with the spirit side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like even now more than ever, like more people are starting to wake up, and that's because we need to bring more light to the planet, and I feel like that's my journey right now is to help those who are starting to wake up. This way,
Right.
the more light we have,
Right.
the more it can shine.
The more it's going to snowball in that direction.
Exactly.
Right. I
Yep.
mean, 2024,
Yep.
Aquarius, bang, there you are.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's me. And my friend out there.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us again how we can get a hold of you if you want to make an
Yes.
appointment.
Yep, I mean, violetflameintentions@yahoo.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Violet Flame Intentions, and then I am at Ascension NXT. I do readings and healings. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, 155 Jefferson Boulevard. I am there every single Thursday.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask, that was my next thing.
Yep, I am
What
there.
days are you there?
Yep, I am there every single Thursday, and then available by appointments any other day as well. So,
Yeah, so that's a good like work-life balance of you that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
So your interactions with your family must be quite different now too.
Yeah, they think I'm a little bit weird, but it's okay. It's okay.
My family does too.
They understand though. I haven't gotten any slack for it, so to say.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it works.
it's been different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, your overall income may have changed a little.
Yeah. Yep. But the funny thing, I'm not worried about it. I used to be the type of person that would always stress about, money and everything like that. But now that I'm doing what I feel like I'm meant to be doing, I'm not stressed. It'll come.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah,
So,
because you know that once you let go of the energy, the way it does
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It can only go up.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
We only have a minute, so is there any one thing you would like to tell our viewers?
I mean, as far as, again, I'm talking a lot about awakening and things like that. I just want to let everybody know that they're not alone. When you start going through awakenings or you're not alone. There's others. You just have to reach out, and healing is a very, very important part of the process, because in order to find your true self, there's a lot of things that we have to work through that are buried deep within, and the only way to do that is to really,
Do you find asking for help in the dream state? Have you done that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you
Yeah.
find that's helpful to bring forward some of the information you probably wouldn't catch during the day?
It actually really does, because I'll go throughout the day, like if I'm worried about something, but at night I'll get the answers too, or
Right.
Even if it's not the answer, what I need to work on in order to get the answers.
Yeah,
for
sometimes
that.
they make us work for our answers, though, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't like to give us all the answers, though. They don't like to
Yeah,
make
no.
it too easy for
No.
us, though.
If you've got a dream, go for it.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
So to get any of your ancestors in your dreams?
It's more like riddles. I'm not gonna lie. It's more riddle type
Yeah.
of things.
Dreams,
but,
yeah.
Joker.
Right?
Sneaky little bugger.
Yeah.
What's he doing in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I get things that.
Well, that's why they're in the tarot decks, is
Yeah,
because
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly stuff I need to work on
Right,
in
right,
order
right.
to move forward.
Yeah, it's always interesting that the more that we learn, though, the more there's stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And more self-work and helping
Well,
others.
that's the
and-
way my belief in God is.
Yeah.
He always wants more. He wants to learn more, experience more, and we're his children.
Yep.
And you'll enter through us, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Healing's not a one and done. Healing's a process
Yeah.
throughout your whole life. So,
Yeah, because new things come up. Yeah.
all the time.
Yes. Yes. It's never ending.
Yep. You
Right,
close
never.
one door, another opens.
Yeah, well, sometimes you feel like it's 5, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's 5.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys doing all at once? So what the heck, man?
Well, thank you for being on our
Thank you for
show.
having me.
Thank you for co-hosting with me. And please come back and view us again.
That's very interesting. Thank you very much, Cindy.
Thank
It's-
you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Cindy.
it's nice
You're
to
very welcome. Thank you for having me.
yeah, it's nice to get different trains of thought woven into what we already accept or understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Adding some new adding some new
Trains of thought. I mean,
seeds
yeah,
Yep.
to the mix.
yeah, here we are in spring, so.
Yeah.
They won't see it till fall.
Oh, okay.